Hey everybody, this is Jim. I just wanted to do another video, maybe to help some of you folks out. Again, this is my 2006 Yamaha Morphous. Um, if you saw my other videos, I bought this over the internet through a dealer, which was a commission, a consignment rather. Basically, this is a 2006 Yamaha Morphous, and it has 4,000 original miles. I bought it from the original owner who had it again on consignment. The bike has not been registered since 2009. It's been in storage since then. So there's a little video on some of the things that I'm doing. I had to do to the bike to get it road ready. That maybe some of you, like myself, didn't really take into account. And these are small things. They're not terribly expensive, but one thing I had to do is I drained the gasoline or run it out, and I replaced it with super unleaded, and she runs a lot better. I changed the spark plug on her. I took the old one out, very easy to do. I'll do a video on how to do that. And since then, it's actually runs a lot better. Before it used to take 3 or 4 times to start her. Now she starts on the first try. So I'm sure it had some older stale gas in the tank, and the plug looked original. It was carbon fouled, so I replaced it with an Iridium, an NGK Iridium 9. Now, again, in my other videos, one of the reasons I think people didn't really buy these, or one of the negatives, was this very small windscreen. It looked really nice, as you see from my other videos. I actually ordered a blue Yamaha medallion, which I'm going to put underneath there because there's some room. But anyway, since I put this aftermarket windscreen on, it's much more improved. I don't get the bombardment of the wind that I did with the original. I got this. There's only a handful of companies that actually sell these for the Yamaha, and I got it. It's jurock.com, JUROCK.com, and I got this. You can't really tell, this is a light gray tint, and they come in a variety of widths and sizes. And you can see they have this indentation here, which aids in the aerodynamics. And this is a 16 by 22. So I didn't want anything really out of really large, but they go as wide and as high as 18 by 26.5. 26 and a half, which is a big windscreen. But I really didn't need it. I don't do a lot of highway. I really primarily bought this to go around town, back and forth to the beach and so forth. Another thing that I realized is that because the bike's been sitting, and this is the original, from the original owner, it's probably got the original tires on it, which would be 11, almost 12 years old. So I checked the date code. I don't know if you can see it on here. I'd have to move the tire, but the date code is 2005. I'll see if I can find it. Just bear with me. Right there. Actually, it's upside down, but see, 2205. Let's move it around so you can read it. That's your date code, 2205, which means the 22nd week of 2005. So these are old tires. These are 13 years old. So what I did is I went online and I looked at a number of tire wholesalers, eBay, Amazon, and I ended up going with these. And I got them as a pair. I believe I got them through on eBay, through Chaparral, which sells, either you can buy them direct from them or through eBay. And I chose these because they have a little more of an aggressive tread than these. And these are shot. These are really, they're old. They're hard. And you know what? These were $80. So for $80, it's well worth it, and risk having a blowout and getting yourself killed. And a local bike dealer near my house, he's actually a motorcycle mechanic. He gave me an estimate of $160 to have these mounted, new valve stems. So it's well worth it. But you can see, there's the rear and the front. The rear is a little wider, and they're both 13-inch tires. But like I said, I wanted to get something with a little more of an aggressive tread, and you could feel the difference between how sticky the new ones are compared to these. I mean, these are just, even though they have 4,000 miles on them, they really need to be replaced. So I did that, and got a little aftermarket. These you can get on eBay real cheap. I think I paid $5. Actually, I got it on Amazon. Little net, cargo net, for if you need to carry, like a bag or something they can't fit in here, or maybe you have stuff in here already. You put this little cargo net on it, and it matches my blue pinstripe. Gives the bike a little flavor, a little personality. So I know I did my other video on the side view mirrors, that they're not wide enough for me. And I did adjust them. I loosened these up and I adjusted them out, and I played with these, and I managed to get it a little better. But they do sell extensions that you unscrew this, take this off, the extensions come out about this big, which would move the mirror out. So I'm going to look into getting those. I just have to figure out what the millimeter size is on these. So, but other than that, she's been a lot of fun, and I've taken her out on a number of rides, but nothing. I'm not really going to take her out anymore until I change the tires, because it's just not worth it. It's not worth the safety risk. And I mean, I don't see any cracks or anything, but they're sitting. They're hard, and I know once they put the new tires on, that it's going to ride like night and day. It's going to really make a big difference. So, and once I get the blue Morphous emblem on the front, that'll spruce it up a little bit. Some people like it without it. It adds to the mystery of the bike, because again, these are very rare. You don't really see a lot of these on the road at all. So, other thing I'm going to look into is possibly, when I have the tire changed, having the drive belt changed. I don't know if it really needs it or not, because it has low miles, and they're so the belts are so durable. So I'm going to check with the mechanic and see what he says. I don't know if he has to take that off to get the wheel off to change the tire. So it might be a matter of, hey, we're going to take it apart anyway, so you might as well change it. Sort of like when you're changing the water pump, or when you're changing your timing belt, you might as well change the water pump, that kind of thing. So I'll check. I haven't really opened it up to look at the belt, and I'm not really qualified to tell, aside from if there's pieces that are ground up or visible cracks and wear. But at 4,000 miles, I don't know. I don't think so. But again, I'm not an expert, so again, it's a really beautiful bike, very unusual. I'm going to look forward to riding it more, and again, I'm going to use it for some local car shows, car and motorcycle cruise. We have a lot of car cruises. I have a vintage Corvette that I show also. She's tucked away and asleep for the winter. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to take her, put her in some local cruise-ins on occasion. I think she'll do pretty well. So So once I get these tires put on, I'll post another video. You know how it feels. I expect that she's gonna ride like night and day. So, and again, if you're looking for, if you have a Morphous, it's Jurock, JUROCK.com. They're one of the few, I think one or two companies that actually manufacture these aftermarket windscreens. This was $130, by the way. You can get them as cheap as $100 or $90 for this. Clear at this size is $90 plus I think it was $10 for shipping. But it's well made. It's not a piece of garbage. It's well ground off. It looks nice on the bike. Honestly, I was expecting it to be a little darker tint, but I imagine that's not too safe if it's that high up. It is a little bit, you know, there is a little slight tint to it, so but it's definitely worth it, because when I took her out after I installed it, it really cut down on the wind. Again, this is like non-existent. This is purely an aesthetic, although it looks better. I'm going to look into, there's a local graphics place near me, and I'm going to look into getting this graded tinted black recreated and put it on, because I kind of like that. I like the way it kind of grades up. It just looks nice. So I'm going to see, as long as it's not too crazy, I'm going to look into maybe having that done. So I think those tires will look pretty nice. Let's see. Hard to tell. But I think she's going to look nice with those. It's a little, definitely more of an aggressive tread. A little more siping, a lot more. Not that I'm going to take her out in the rain or anything like that, but she's definitely got a more aggressive tread. Take a look at the back tire. It's definitely, that's got a little more meat, but again, you know, I didn't really look at the back date. I just assumed that they're both the same. Regardless, I mean, they're so cheap, it just doesn't make sense to take the risk just changing. So, and it doesn't look like it's a new tire, so change it. It's not worth it. So, okay. All right, so keep posted on my next video, and we'll see how she runs, how she rides with the new tires. And again, I'll post a video on how to change the spark plug on it. It's really, really easy. It's just a matter of taking some screws and bolts out. It's a snap. Oil change, same thing. It's pretty easy. Okay, have a good day, everybody.